Detroit's unemployment rate was under 7% for the first time in 22 years. We are starting to see Detroit's recovery reach everybody.
As you know, the city of Detroit, under Mayor Duggan's leadership and with American Rescue Plan Act funding, is investing millions into getting Detroiters back to work.
There you go. 40 units in 2 buildings will remain affordable for the next 50 years.
This season, the USFL comes back to where it all began, back where it belongs, Detroit, Michigan.
Black History Month is here, where we honor our heroes and sheroes.
When I see $1.5 billion hospital, one of the finest hospitals in all of America, is going to be built right on Grand Boulevard in the city of Detroit, I am just so appreciative.
GDYT is here, I am here, all of these powerful leaders are here to help you. We want to see you exceed. Please come and change your life like me.
We wish all those observing Ramadan a blessed month. May this month bring you peace, blessings, and joy.
Ramadan Kareem to you and your families.
The District Detroit development. The $1.5 billion will bring 10 new buildings downtown and 18,000 jobs plus other benefits. And that equals a huge win for our great city.
Today, Detroit takes another step into the future. This is a business you can be proud of, make you feel good about the neighborhood. Well, if it's spring, it's Motor City Makeover in Detroit. All right, well, this is one of my favorite days when we announce the winning artist. We have got 125 murals across this city on what people had thought of as blighted buildings. And 70 artists have painted them so far in this project. City Walls!
Sister Friends is a part of the Detroit Health Department. It is one of the programs that my team and I oversee. That's why when my husband and I found out that we were pregnant, within a couple of weeks I said, I need some help.
Right now we're looking to hire 50 people. We're looking for women and men, just class act people that are just have courage and they have character.
People of all incomes are going to be able to live on this site, which is the kind of neighborhood that this is. Woo!
I met the mayor at an event. I approached him and told him about my interest in politics, and he connected me to the office and invited me to intern and work for him. Been able to learn and just be involved with the government, seeing all the amazing projects in the city.
It's always a pleasing feeling to know that you're providing access to opportunities that some people might not have known even existed.
Well, I'm glad to welcome everybody to the Bi-National Alternative Fuels Corridor here, in which we've joined our two countries. Today, a $4 million improvement to Clark Park with the small soccer field, the junior basketball court, the fountain display, the picnic shelters, and all of the other amenities.
We do three major things that most utilities do not do. We pay off all of the arrears. And sometimes the arrears are in the tens of thousands of dollars. And we give them a fresh start, so they start from zero.
It's a good time in Detroit. This is a great program, groundbreaking, $25,000. Reach out and see if you qualify.
Detroit is moving back to the center of the future of the auto industry. We're building America's first inductive charging road. What does that mean? Anybody here who charges their cell phone on a wireless system? We now have wireless charging for electric cars on 14th Street, right next to the train station. We are building it in there right now so that this will be the first public road in America that when you drive on it or park on it, it'll charge your electric car from the street. We're proving that technology right here. This is where we want to be as a city.
Mayor Duggan is the guy that kind of keeps pushing us and supporting us to get all this work done. And not 1 week went by where he didn't comment to me, the park's looking great, it's coming along. So I knew we had to get this done or I was in trouble.
We are turning the city from blight to beauty. President Biden, Senator Stabenow, our congressional delegation have been a big piece of it.
It's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday.
We said this is a special property. It's going to be developed in a special way that's going to create 1,500 to 2,000 good-paying jobs with the proceeds of what Amazon paid us for this property. We built the new State Fair Park. We built the Charleston Colton Park. Absolutely beautiful parks, getting usage. And we had the money to take the band shell, which many of us remember going to concerts at, and it took a lot of work to move that band shell in one piece. There wasn't a lot left to it. And it will be opened across Woodward in Palmer Park to host concerts for decades to come.
The city of Detroit is one big family. The Detroit Fire Department is an even tighter group family. Welcome to our family. The citizens of the city of Detroit are all up here, and we treat them as such.
I never thought I'd see the day I'm going to a Motor City match opening at a convent. This is our first assisted living business, but this is what we wanted, right? We didn't want to be limited by our thoughts. We wanted to be limited only by the talent and the drive. There we go. When I ran for mayor, I had this plan that said every neighborhood has a future. Today, I'm glad to announce we have 45 more projects with $640,000 that have been awarded. Who here is an awardee today? Congratulations to all of you.
We are at the buyback program event, and I am getting my deed today.
Today we're at Spirit Plaza, the heart of downtown Detroit, and for the last 5 years we've put on a construction conference. Our mission here is just to make sure that contractors know the right process to get certified as a vendor, what documentation they may need, and what opportunities are out there.
The mayoral fellowship was an absolutely amazing experience for me. I kind of really didn't know what to expect when I came in. Being able to give my recommendations, just a great feeling because you really feel like you're making an impact in the city right away, even as just a fellow.
All right, this is round 23. I remember being at round 1 on Livernois. Chief White and I wanted to make it a point to thank Governor Whitmer, Representative Tyrone Carter, the head of the Detroit delegation, Representative Alibas Farhat, who has been a great advocate for public safety, and the Michigan legislature for the appropriation that is allowing us to add 25 more police officers to the Detroit Police Department.
Super excited about today and what we have before us and the opportunities that the mayor talked about. You know, we've seen increased numbers come back to the department. We're recruiting better. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and City Council, for this incredible raise.
Our teams are out right now today cleaning streets that have been blocked. That's priority one. They're doing it right here behind me, and they're doing it on the streets all over the city.
The Neighborhood Beautification Program is an opportunity for the City of Detroit, those neighborhood associations and block clubs, maybe faith-based organizations and nonprofits, to work with their community associations to beautify their neighborhoods.
I just wanted to be here to congratulate Zeke and Kiera for this beautiful center being open. New Era has been doing great work for a long time. Appreciate you.
We're family today. And welcome to the City of Detroit's 9/11 Memorial Service in observance of the 22nd anniversary of 9/11.
My name is Safira Rushton, Director of Urban Agriculture for the City of Detroit. I love the idea of reducing taxes. I'm a homeowner in this city, right? We need to be on par with other cities in our area. So I think that's brilliant.
This is the map of the concentration of violence in Detroit. And as you know, it's not like every neighborhood in this city is very dangerous. But there are some areas that are dangerous every day. And those are the areas outlined in yellow. That's 40% of all the violence in the city is in those areas. And so we picked 6 of the 25 applicants we got. We picked the very best 6 groups. Well, thank you, Madam Chair. In light of Representative Young's outstanding presentation, I will be brief. I want to thank Representative Farhat before he leaves, Representative Whitsett, and Representative Tyrone Carter, who have also joined in sponsorship on these bills. We have got the Detroiters who are plugged into the neighborhoods and who understand. Over the years, there's been many times the city of Detroit has been up to this legislature asking for help because they were in financial trouble. We're in a very different situation today. We've had 10 straight balanced budgets. The city is growing, and we're not here asking for you to give us anything. We're asking for the tools to fix something ourselves.
The purpose of today is to make sure that our minority and women-based enterprises here in the city of Detroit get an opportunity to be considered for new projects.
The Renew Detroit Essential Home Repair Program is a 2-phase home repair program specifically targeting disabled residents and senior citizen residents in the city of Detroit. 2 phases of the program were enacted in 2021 due to the American Rescue Plan Act. So this summer we are in our first huge active construction season. Right now we have about 60 different projects taking place throughout the city. We expect that we will wrap up phase 1 construction next summer, and then we will kick off our phase 2 repairs.
The city has realize and come into our home for the seniors. We knew what we needed in our home to be done. Maybe some people needed a roof, some people needed a furnace, some people needed sidewalks done or whatever. But I'm very proud of the program.
Now we are on target to have another 10% reduction this year in the non-fatal shooting, 10% reduction in the homicides, 30% reduction in carjackings this year. But the true test to us is going to be 2024. And this is really going to decide whether this is a short-term blip or we're finally starting to change the level of violence in the city. Today is another day on Detroit's transition from blight to beauty. And today, we're glad to be here celebrating the 200th mural of City Wall and Nicole McDonald's enshrinement of the people of this Jefferson Chalmers neighborhood, what they have been doing to bring their city back. Well, this is always one of my favorite things. For many years in this city, the week of Halloween was a source of anxiety. for Detroit residents, and the biggest concern was how do we organize patrols? For the last 6 years, Halloween has been a time of joy for the children.
This neighborhood solar plan is really important. We're really trying to make sure that we're involving neighborhoods from all across the city in this process and making sure we get input from them in terms of what they want to see out of the solar and also what kind of community benefits they're getting. So we want to make sure that we get that feedback and incorporate it into the projects that we're trying to take on.
The Make It Home program is a program where people who are living in foreclosed homes get the opportunity to purchase that home rather than have it go to the auction.
They asked me what was going on. I explained to them my problem, and from there, they just took me by the hand and walked me through the whole process.
We are celebrating 104 new homeowners, which brings the total up to 1,500 in the program's history.
These speed bumps benefits the community by letting the drivers know that we care about the speed in our area. We care about how fast people drive up and down our area, and we want to do something about it.
As you drive up and down the streets in 2016, the only houses being rehabbed were the land bank. Today, there are houses rehabbed in blocks up and down this city because of the work that they started. And last year, there were more than 2,000 houses rehabbed and occupied in the city of Detroit. So we'd like you now to have some people, whether you're here in person or on the phone for the next 10 minutes or so. I'd just like people who are willing, stand up and give us your address if you want to see what your cut's going to be. And if this works well, we're going to put it out to everybody on Monday. So who is brave enough, wants to know first? Go ahead, what's your address? Whoa!
All right, we in Detroit, so what up, though? It's good to see everybody here. On behalf of the City of Detroit's Office for Arts, Culture, and Entrepreneurship, I'm welcoming you here, and on behalf of the mayor of the City of Detroit, I'm welcoming you here to the Sojourner Truth Homes. We are going to dedicate this historic marker and talk about the history of what happened here and really just the importance of Detroit's history.
Mayoral Fellowship Program started shortly after Mayor Duggan came into office. He brought the program into the city of Detroit so that we could reach into policy departments of colleges and look for young talent in policy division.
Today, we have our city contractors and partners from all over the city who are donating candy that will go out and be given out on Halloween for our trunk or treats and all of our candy distribution sites. And then inside, we have our volunteers candy packing. Woo!
And I'm very happy to be here today for the opening of the 161st Motor City Match business. Well, the countdown clock in Campus Martius now reads 150 days. We've been preparing for a year and a half, and Detroit will be ready.
So we're opening yet another portion of the Joe Louis Greenway. This is going to allow my dad's legacy to live on for more generations.
We have now the Reverend Dr. Jim Holley Apartments with 40 years of guaranteed low income. One person coming onto Woodward improved this area for a century. Thank you for everything you have done here. Everybody here knows we don't run a first-class bus operation in the city of Detroit, but we're going to. We have the talent and the management, the operators, the mechanics to run a first-class system. This apartment building has been vacant for 15 years. They pay today $251 a year in taxes. Think about what your property taxes are. That apartment building pays $251. Now, 2 doors down, the Patterson family have been in their house for 40 years. See that nice little bungalow? They've been staring at that abandoned building. The Pattersons actually paid triple for that little bungalow what that abandoned apartment building pays. How is that fair? I want to cut the taxes for the Pattersons, and I want to double them on the vacant buildings. We've not just restored ourselves to pre-pandemic levels, we've hit new highs. And we have a lot more opportunities. And this is a good chance for us to say to Detroiters, we have $100 million in scholarships for adults in Detroit who want to work. And this is our Detroit at Work career guide. You can see it at detroitatwork.org. It has 20 different careers in here that we will give you scholarships for, thanks to Joe Biden and the American Rescue Plan that allowed us to fund the $100 million in scholarships.
Some love, and welcome to Detroit City. I said welcome to Detroit.
Hey Detroit, I'm driving on the first ever public wireless charging street in America right here in Corktown. In Detroit, we're once again building the future, and we're just getting started. Well, this is a day that we have been waiting for. In June, I announced that I thought it was time the city of Detroit stepped up and took action on climate change. And President Biden passed the Inflation Reduction Act and essentially put a 30% subsidy on the conversion to renewable energy. It became possible for the city of Detroit to switch our 127 municipal buildings to renewable energy in solar fields. So when we kicked this off in June, I did not know how we would be received, but you've got a passionate group in 9 neighborhoods in the city.
Detroit Promise. Detroit Promise.
Detroit Promise. Hi, my name is Jamel Thompson. I am a graduate of Michigan Technological University on the Detroit Promise Scholarship.
Jumpstart is the opportunity for Detroiters to get connected to jobs, to education, to occupational training, and to all the supports that they need in order to keep those jobs and to advance in them.
The main goal is to help people who have been out of work for 6 months or more re-enter the workforce.
The Detroit Housing Services Office is created to provide one-on-one case management and resource navigation for residents who have been displaced.
One way, this is a very positive day for democracy, but in another way, it's sad that we even need to pass these bills. Somewhere along the line, it has turned into try to keep people who don't agree with you from voting in the first place or keep their votes from being counted. And I see Clerk Kathy Garrett here, our city clerk, Janice Winfrey. And I got to tell you, in 2020, I was very proud of the election Janice Winfrey ran in Detroit.